Starting off at number 12, we have the head louse. These tiny insects live on the human scalp, feeding on blood and causing intense itching. While they're not dangerous, they're incredibly annoying and spread easily, especially among kids. Head lice are masters of survival. They cling to hair shafts with their hook-like claws and lay eggs close to the scalp. They're notoriously hard to get rid of, often requiring special shampoos and meticulous combing. At number 11, we have the pinworm. These small, thread-like worms live in the intestines and lay eggs around the anus, causing itching and discomfort. They're common in children and spread through contaminated surfaces. Pinworms are especially sneaky. They emerge at night to lay their eggs, which can survive on bedding, clothing, and even dust. Scratching the itchy area can transfer the eggs to hands, leading to reinfection. While they're not life-threatening, they're definitely gross and can disrupt sleep and daily life. Coming in at number 10 is the tapeworm. This flat, ribbon-like parasite can grow up to 30 feet long inside the intestines. It's usually contracted by eating undercooked meat, especially pork, beef, or fish. Tapeworms attach themselves to the intestinal wall and absorb nutrients, which can lead to weight loss, nausea, and malnutrition. In rare cases, they can migrate to other organs, like the brain, causing serious complications. The thought of a 30-foot worm living inside you is enough to make anyone double-check their steak. At number 9, we have the hookworm. These parasites enter the body through the skin, often through bare feet, and travel to the intestines. They feed on blood, causing anemia, fatigue, and abdominal pain. Hookworm infections are common in areas with poor sanitation. The larvae can survive in soil for weeks, waiting for an unsuspecting host to walk by. Once inside, they latch onto the intestinal wall and can live for years, slowly draining their host of nutrients. It's a silent but serious threat in many parts of the world. Number 8 is Giardia, a microscopic parasite that infects the small intestine. It's often found in contaminated water, such as lakes, rivers, or poorly treated drinking water. Giardia causes a condition called giardiasis, which leads to diarrhea, cramps, bloating, and nausea. The parasite forms a protective cyst that allows it to survive outside the body, making it highly contagious. At number 7, we have Toxoplasma Gondii. This parasite infects the brain and is often contracted from cat feces or undercooked meat. While most people show no symptoms, it can be dangerous for pregnant women and those with weak immune systems. Toxoplasma is fascinating and creepy. It can alter the behavior of its hosts, making infected rodents less afraid of cats, which helps the parasite complete its life cycle. Some studies even suggest it may subtly influence human behavior, though this is still debated. Either way, it's a parasite you don't want messing with your brain. Number 6 is Leishmania, a parasite spread by sandfly bites. It causes skin sores and, in severe cases, can damage internal organs like the liver and spleen. Leishmania is a major problem in tropical and subtropical regions. The sores it causes can be disfiguring, and the visceral form of the disease can be fatal if untreated. The parasite hijacks immune cells, making it particularly hard to fight off. At number 5, we have trypanosoma, the parasite that causes sleeping sickness. Spread by tsetse flies, it invades the central nervous system, leading to confusion, sleep disturbances, and even death if untreated. Sleeping sickness is a slow but devastating disease. The parasite multiplies in the blood and eventually crosses into the brain, causing neurological symptoms. Without treatment, it's almost always fatal. Thankfully, efforts to control tsetse flies have reduced cases in recent years. Number 4 is schistosoma, a blood fluke that lives in freshwater snails. It enters the body through the skin and can damage the liver, intestines, and bladder. Schistosoma is a leading cause of parasitic deaths worldwide. The parasite releases eggs that get trapped in tissues, causing inflammation and scarring. In some cases, it can lead to bladder cancer or liver failure. At number 3, we have the guinea worm. This parasite enters the body through contaminated water and grows up to 3 feet long under the skin. The only way to remove it is by slowly pulling it out over weeks. Yes, weeks. Guinea worm disease is excruciating. The worm creates a blister, usually on the legs or feet, and emerges when the host soaks the blister in water. The process is so painful that it can leave people unable to walk or work for months. Number 2 is Naegleria fowleri, the brain-eating amoeba. Found in warm, fresh water, it enters through the nose and destroys brain tissue, causing a rare but almost always fatal infection called primary amoebic meningoencephalitis. Naegleria is terrifying because it acts so quickly. Symptoms start with a severe headache and fever, progressing to confusion, seizures, and coma within days. And finally, the scariest parasite, cordyceps. While it doesn't infect humans, this fungus takes over insects' bodies, controlling their behavior before eventually killing them. Cordyceps is the stuff of nightmares. It infects an insect, grows inside it, and manipulates its behavior to spread spores. For example, it can force an ant to climb to a high point before erupting from its body. This parasite even inspired the video game The Last of Us, where it mutates to infect humans. Let's hope it stays in the realm of fiction. So, which parasite shocked you the most? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more educational content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.